know Hebrew, they know Greek, they know everything. They tell us that when God said in John chapter 14, verse 14, John 14, verse 14, if you ask anything in my name, I will do it. He is actually saying, if you ask for something that I forgot to create, I will create it for you. That if all of a sudden you think of something that I never created, and you say you want it, I will give it for you, to you. Somebody challenged the professors once. When they said that one, I said, okay, suppose I ask God for a cow with 4 heads. Will God create it for me? The professor said, what do you want to do with heads? Why don't you just ask for 4 cows? But if you really are that stupid, you are so interested in the head of cows, and you ask him for a cow with 4 heads, he will create it. In John chapter 6 from verse 5 to 13, John 6 from verse 5 to 13, the Bible said Jesus had a crowd coming to him. He's been teaching them, and now they are hungry and so on and so forth. He called one of the disciples. He said, where are we going to get food for these people? The Bible said, but he himself knew what he would do. I have good news for someone. God already knows how he's going to solve your problems. He took 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fishes, as the Bible called them, and used it to feed 5,000 people. And there were 12 baskets left over. Somebody said, where is the bread coming from? From himself. Himself is the bread of life. So he just kept on creating more bread as he was breaking the bread. In the name of the one who called me, before the end of this month, you will have more than sufficient. Because it's not limited by time or age. It can move any mountain. Psalm 90 from verse 1 to 2. Psalm 90 from verse 1 to 2 tells us that he has been there from generation to generations. He said, before the mountains were brought forth, he's there. He knows the foundation of every problem. One of my sons was preaching on Friday night, and he said, before your problem started, God has a solution. He created the solution even before the problem. A friend of mine said something very funny, but so true. He said, of what use is the earlobes? Ask the scientists. They will tell you this thing has no real purpose, except for one. It's there for you to hang your spectacle. Because God knew before you were born that some of you will wear glasses. He has a solution for every problem before they started. Every mountain that have been plaguing your family, God will reveal the solution today. And I can go on and on. Because, the joy of every son is to boast about his father. And when you give me a topic like this, if you don't hold me tight, we'll be here till tomorrow. I'm proud of my father. He can do anything, absolutely anything. I mean, I don't want to tell you too many stories of what he can do. We wanted to start a church in a particular country. And I told our ambassador there, please, we've come. We want to start a church here in Israel. He laughed. So why are you laughing? So everybody knows that America is the best friend of Israel. Yes, sir. He said the government of Israel had told America, you know, you're a Christian country. You can have the Roman Catholic, you can have the Anglican, you can have the Methodist, you can have the Baptist, but we don't want to hear anything about this Pentecostal something. Don't bring that here. So he said, if they said that to America, of all places, and you want, and you say you want to start a Pentecostal church, he said, forget it. I said, my own will be different. Tell your neighbor. So being a diplomat, he became diplomatic. If you are not going to listen to reason. all right. He said, what do you want me to do? All I want you to do is help me submit. At one time, tell your neighbor with all faith, my own will be different. Because my God is unlimited. He can do anything. But you see, that makes him a very great friend. If he's your friend, oh, you got it made. Because Psalm 46 verse 1 says he said, never present help in the time of trouble. Anytime you need his help, he will be there. And he can help you in a manner you can't even dream possible. In the first convention ever at Redemption Camp. Everywhere was jungle in those days. And we were cast of land. And all of a sudden, there